Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So today I think I'm gonna do something blue and silvery. I know that's kind of wintry, but feeling kind of blue today, and it's super bright blue outside and super hot, so hopefully this is kind of summery-ish. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Okay guys, so to start, I'm going to prime my lids, and again, I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, because I don't like using eyeshadow primer. I'm then going to set my lids, and then today I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. And I'm just going to take a fluffy little concealer brush, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. Okay, then for eyeshadow, I'm going to use 3 different eyeshadow palettes today. Maybe 3. I have 3 in mind, but if I'll actually use all of them, it's a good question. To start off, I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Reloaded Deep Dive palette. And I think I'm going to go into this light blue shade up here first. And I'm just going to take that on this Profusion blending brush, and I'm just going to buff that in the crease. This is a lot brighter than I thought it was, but that's okay. We'll make it work somehow. Okay. I think I'm then gonna go into this darker blue shade down here. And I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner of my eye. Is this color even different? Let me try a different blending brush, maybe. I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild one. I'm gonna take a clean blending brush and just kind of blend out the edges, because they are a little bit harsh. And I don't want them to look that harsh. I think this blue isn't really what I was hoping it was gonna be. So I think I'm gonna go back into my So Jaded palette and use a little bit of the shade Sapphire and just go in the outer crease a little bit. Okay, I think I'm then, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do my lid shade, and then I think I'm gonna do a little bit of like winged shadow. So I'm so excited over this palette. It's the Jeffree Star Cremated palette, and I think I'm gonna go into the Diamond Ashes shade, and that's what I'm gonna put on my lid. I'm just gonna use my fingers because that's your best tool. I know it doesn't look blended, but I'm gonna take my blending brush that I was using, and I'm just gonna go and blend out the edges of it. And then I'm gonna go back with my finger and just add in a little bit more where it kind of blended out, but I blended it too much. Okay, I'm going to keep that palette open just in case I do need to go back in with the lid shade, but I think I'm gonna go into the So Jaded palettes and take this dark blue. It almost looks black and it's kind of shimmery, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of winged, like smoked out liner with that, and it's blue, so I'm just gonna take a little angled brush that I have from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna start smoking that outwards, almost making like a wing. You can use tape, but I did run out of my e.l.f. eye tapes, so I don't want to be ratchet and use normal tape because that's just not cute. So I'm just going to freehand it. And you can go back and wipe up the mistakes later with a makeup wipe, so I'm not concerned about it looking too not perfect on the outsides right now. I am gonna start to bring this inwards, just so there isn't just liner on the outside of my eye. This is hard to do with one hand, my gosh. Okay, I think that should be good for the wings right now, but I am gonna go back in with the blending brush, and I do wanna blend it out. Just so it doesn't seem as harsh. And I am going to go back into the sapphire shade and add in a little bit more so it is a little bit more smoky. And then I think I'm actually going to go back into the dark shade that I was just using, and I am going to add a little bit more of that just so it's not just the wing, but there is a little bit more darkness on the outside. And again, we're gonna clean that up with a makeup wipe after. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the Profusion blending brush I was using, and I'm gonna go back into the light blue shade up here. And I'm just going to very lightly run that again up here because I want to still keep the light blue in the crease. Okay. I'm then going to go back, but I'm going to take a brush this time. And I'm gonna go back into the Jeffree Star palette and take the diamond shade again. And I am going to concentrate the product more with the brush, just to get a brighter effect. I feel as though with these shadows, you don't have to spray them before you put them on your eye. Some people choose to, but I think with the Jeffree Star ones, I don't feel as though that I need to. Okay, now I really like the silver, but I think I want more of a gradient so it isn't just silver and then the dark blue on the outside. So I think, we'll try it. I'm gonna try this shade right here in the Makeup Revolution palette. And I'm gonna go back in with the same Morphe brush that I was just using. Oh yeah. I'm just taking that shade and I am just putting it right in the middle, in between the dark shade and the silver shade that's on the inner part of the eye. Oh, that looks so much better. And then I'm gonna go in back in with the blending brush and just very lightly go back and smooth it all out. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take a makeup wipe that I have, and I am just going to wipe off the edges just to make them a little bit more sharp and wipe any excess fallout that I have off of my face. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. I don't know if I want to go in with winged liner because I already kind of did the winged liner. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in with winged liner. Okay, let me grab it. I didn't grab one out. I'm just gonna go in with my It Cosmetics Superhero liner. And I'm just going to It's kind of easier to do with the shadow because you just follow along with the line of the shadow. Okay. It's relatively even. It works. Okay. I'm then gonna go in with my mascara, and I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Volumatic Mascara. I'm just going to... keep closing my mirror, and I'm like, what am I doing? And then to tightline, I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Glide On Gel Liner in black. Perfect. And then I am going to put on lashes. I think I'm gonna go in with the same ones that I went in with yesterday, the Colourpop Faux Mink lashes. So while I'm gonna put glue on my lashes, and then while my lash glue dries, I'm going to prime my skin, just so then my lash glue can sit and dry for a minute. Also, while I let my lash glue dry, I literally just keep it in the container right on top, and then I just set them aside. And I'm going to grab some of my moisturizer, and I am just going to rub that all over my face. since I have super dry skin, this just ensures that I do have more moisture, and then I can go in with a pore filling primer. And you could just go in with a dewy primer and a pore filling primer, but I just think the lotion works better for myself. So while that is going on, I'm gonna put primer on. First, I'm gonna go in with primer water. This is a very important step. Sometimes I forget about it, and then other times I don't. It's just because when I see this specific primer water, I always know that I do need to put it on before I put primer on. This is the Wet n Wild 3-in-1 primer water in Rose. They also have a cucumber one and a coconut one. I do have the cucumber one, but that one's like almost out for myself. So I figured I'd use the Rose one. So I just spray myself a couple of times. I put more on after I finish my makeup, but for now, 1 or 2 squirts on my face will work, especially because the spray bottle is it distributes over your face evenly. Then for primer, I'm gonna go in with the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better primer. I'm just gonna go in with a little, maybe that much on my finger, especially because I'm just gonna go in my T-zone with this. So right on my nose, my chin, up on my forehead, and then I'm gonna distribute the product out once I rub it in to those areas. Okay, now while I let this set in, because I like to let this sit before I stick foundation on, I'm gonna go pop on some falsies, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so lashes are on. I think they look pretty good with this eye look. They actually came out better than what I thought they were gonna come out with. So for foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Stick Foundation again, and I'm just going to stripe this on my face. And I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl Outlast All Day Foundation in 820. And I'm just going to put that on my beauty sponge, just like 1 1/4 pumps maybe, and just dot that all over my face as well. And then just start blending. Okay, then for concealer, surprise, surprise, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm just, for the inner corners of my eyes, I'm gonna go in with this little concealer brush that I have. I got it in one of my Ipsy bags, and I'm just going to rub out the inner corners and pack it down underneath my eye. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go back in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Sometimes I will go in with a sponge for my whole face, but I'm gonna go in with my brush for the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the same bronzer, the Nomad little bronzer that I have. This is like the only bronzer that I have that actually matches the color of my skin and looks decent on it. So I'm just gonna bronze. I'm gonna take one of my little flat brushes and I'm gonna take some of that bronzer and just go down my nose. I know it looks harsh. I'm gonna go back and blend it out in a minute. And I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit with whatever leftover product is on. That probably still looks like super harsh, but whatever. Okay. Then for blush, I'm gonna go in with this Space Case Cosmetics It's Not Me, It's My Sign blush. And it's almost like a creamy consistency, but then when you put it on your face, it's a powder. So I'm just gonna go in with this stippling brush that I have and just go right above where I put the bronzer on. I also do like it on the tip of my nose. Again, some of you don't like that, but I do. And then once I'm done with the blush, I'm again going to go back in with my sponge and just blend out both the bronzer and the blush together, just to ensure that it looks all seamless on the face. Since we have like an icy eye going on, I'm gonna go in with my Ofra Cosmetics Moondance highlighter, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheeks. Some people think I put too much highlighter on. Highlighter is all personal preference, so if you like a lot of highlighter, you do that, boo. You do a lot of highlighter. I'm then gonna go back into my eyes, and I think I'm gonna take a little flat brush, and I'm gonna go back into the Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm gonna take some of that light blue that's on top, and I'm just going to smudge that like right below the waterline. Nothing too much. I don't want too much down there. And I'm then gonna take a blending brush. Where's the one I was using? My Profusion one, and I'm just gonna blend that out to make it a little bit smokier underneath the eye. And I'm then going to take the little angled brush that I was using, and I'm going to take some of that sapphire shade, and I'm just going to press that on the waterline, just to make the waterline on the outer crease look a little bit darker. Perfect. And then for inner corner highlights, I think I'm going to go back into the Jeffree Star palette, and I'm going to use the same shade. I'm going to take that on a little pencil brush that I have, and it's just going to go in the inner corner of my eye. I'm gonna take that shade and go on my brow bone as well. Perfect. And then brows. I'm gonna go in with my mascara that I hate for my eyes, and I'm just going to run over my eyebrows real quick. Awesome. Then for lower lash mascara, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Then for waterline eyeliner, I think I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Prance. I do also have a dark blue one that I was thinking of using, but I think I want to add a little bit more lightness to my eyes, so I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Perfect. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then, I can't believe my lips look all crusty. Okay. I'm just gonna do something basic on my lips, as you guys know. But I think I'm gonna go in... what am I gonna go in with? I think I'm gonna go in with this Liplicious lip gloss that I have. Pretty sure I got this at Bath & Body Works. Honestly, not really sure. Couldn't really tell you, but that's what we're gonna go with. The glossy lip looks good. Alright guys, there you have it. Here's the completed makeup look. A nice little almost wintry type inspired makeup look, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and so almost wintry type inspired makeup look, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!